Mel Kiper Jr. just released his latest mock draft, and the New York Jets are drafting somebody very interesting at pick number 7 that I'm sure is going to be a deep debate amongst Jets Nation if the Jets should consider drafting this specific player at 7 if he's available. As you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, you know who the Jets are getting in this mock draft. It is Sanders from Colorado. All right, this is a guy that apparently is going to fall to the Jets in this mock draft. I want to talk about all the players that goes ahead of the New York Jets at pick number 7 that allows Shedeur Sanders to fall to the Jets at pick number 7. Should Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji take a swing on Sanders if he's available at pick number 7? I want to get your guys' thoughts in the comments. I'm also going to share my thoughts in this video. Of course, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe here to Jets Media. Let's get straight into business, and a big shout out to BetUS, of course, for sponsoring Jets Media. Now, I want to go into the picks leading up to Sanders at pick number 7 first and foremost. At pick number 1, according to Mel Kiper, his first overall pick is Abdul Carter going to Tennessee. This is a really big deal here because I'm seeing a lot of people, mock Abdul Carter going to the Tennessee Titans. He is, in my opinion, the best player in this entire draft. But my thing is, why are the Titans not getting a quarterback? Are they that high on Will Levis? I mean, are you serious? That's something that's very interesting, that they're passing on Cam Ward. I'm assuming the Titans are going to get Cam Ward when the draft actually happens, but Abdul Carter is a very freakish talent that I understand why they're taking him at number 1. Now, Cam Ward goes to the Cleveland Browns at the second pick, so that's something where if Cam Ward falls past the first overall pick, could the Jets trade up for Cam Ward at pick number 2 in this mock draft? Absolutely not. The Cleveland Browns are going to take Cam Ward, which is very likely for them. Deshaun Watson is not coming back next year after his retiring his Achilles, so I can see that happening. Pick number 3, Travis Hunter to the New York Giants. Generational hybrid player that can play both sides of the ball. Going into the league as a corner, interesting to see where he lines up, but in this hypothetical, I think the Giants are going to get Matthew Stafford in a trade because they're passing on a quarterback. The Patriots get Will Campbell, arguably the best offensive line in football. I actually like that pick for the Patriots. Mason Graham goes to the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is a guy that if he's available at pick number 7 for the Jets, I would absolutely love. Pick number 6, which is very flashy, Ashton Jeanty goes to the Las Vegas Raiders. That is wild. I've seen Jeanty go as far in the draft as 20. I've seen him go as high as the Raiders at pick number 6. Very big pick for the Raiders, which opens up the Jets getting Sanders at pick number 7. Let's read what Mel Kiper had to say about this draft. He says, the Jets, however, might favor drafting a QB after trying another veteran because they are moving on from Aaron Rodgers. They could opt for the high-end accuracy and field vision of Sanders in an offense that has plenty of pieces already in place. In 2024, Sanders completed 74% of his passes and had 4,134 passing yards and threw 37 touchdowns. Those are all top 4 numbers in college football. Sanders would elevate this New York team that was near the bottom of the league in most passing metrics this past season and allow it to build around his rookie contract. The youthful combination of Sanders, receiver Garrett Wilson, and running back Breece Hall could do some damage. By the way, Sanders won't be throwing in Indianapolis this week as he sits out in the workout. So I think that this is a very polarizing pick for the Jets. I've noticed most Jets fans will not be on board. I like Sanders, but me personally, I am a little hesitant for the Jets to draft him. I would prefer Cam Ward personally, but the only way to get Cam Ward is if you trade up. The one thing I do like about this is you're not trading anything. You're getting a quarterback in the draft. You're not sacrificing your future. You're taking him at pick number 7. There's a lot to like about Sanders as a quarterback at the next level. I do think his accuracy, his poise, his athleticism, his ability to move around the pocket is flashy here, but I'm curious to get your guys' thoughts because I feel like getting Sanders is bringing in a lot of eyes to the New York Jets, and I feel like, coming from the Aaron Rodgers era, I think some Jets fans rather go with somebody that's not going to bring so much eyes. And the reason why there's going to be so much publicity on the Jets if we draft Shedeur Sanders is, of course, his father. I mean, you're bringing primetime here. There's going to be a lot of people talking about the Jets all over again, and there's going to be a lot of pressure on Sanders in the New York market. Is his father, Deion Sanders, going to want him to come to the Jets? But outside of all that off the field stuff, on the field, I do think Sanders does have a lot of intangibles that could translate to the next level. But I'm personally a little hesitant right now on Sanders. I feel like the more I go deeper into his film room, the more I like him as a prospect, and I'm sure when it comes into April, and we're a week or two away from the draft. I may have my final stance on the Jets drafting Sanders or not. Right now, I'm down the middle. I can see from both sides why you want to stay away from Sanders and why some people want to go all in for Sanders. But it's a very interesting debate right now amongst Jets fans. I think that this is something that would completely be a gigantic swing by the New York Jets front office and Darren Muji and the coaching staff with Aaron Glenn. Because if you're drafting Sanders right here at pick number 7, you are linking yourself to him as basically your success story as the Jets front office and the Jets' new head coach. Because if Sanders becomes a bust, I think Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji are not going to be here long term. If Sanders clicks and he becomes the franchise quarterback and he gets paid the big bucks 3 or 4 years down the line, hypothetically, that means everybody's happy. That means Aaron Glenn will get an extension. Darren Muji will probably get an extension. And let's be honest, the Jets need to find their long-term answer at quarterback. And Sanders is a guy that is very polarizing. Like, you look at everything about him. Some people feel like he's a little overdrafted and he's too overvalued because of his father. I don't know if I'm buying that. I think that he does have a lot. I mean, he went out there and put up numbers, and you turn on the tape, he was playing very good football over there for Colorado. And I feel like putting up 37 passing touchdowns, over 4,000 yards, and put up 74 completion percentage, that's definitely something to keep in mind here. There's some people that say he dinks and dunks it too much. He doesn't really throw the ball too much down the field consistently. That's why his completion percentage is super high. Is he going to be able to translate to the next level? I think that, you know, he has a lot of resources in his favor. You know, some people compare him to Tom Brady, actually. I don't. I'm not saying I do, but I'm just basing it off of some people comparison. So that's an interesting pick. I think the Jets getting Sanders would definitely be a move that will change everything for this Jets franchise heading into this upcoming season, because it's going to change the energy. Now, all of a sudden, we got a player that I think Garrett Wilson will absolutely love, and Breece Hall. I don't know if you guys remember, but Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall was doing the Shedeur like 2 years ago, so they're a fan of him, and it would bring a lot of fun back to the Jets. But let's be honest, this team doesn't need to be fun. It needs to be a football team that wins. And that's how this Jets football team needs to figure themselves out. How can we win football games? Whoever we draft at quarterback or whoever we bring in free agency, I'm going to be rooting for, because I'm a Jets fan through and through. I can have an opinion on some players and maybe not want a certain player, but if the Jets bring in this quarterback in particular in Sanders, even though I'm not all in on the idea of it, I'm going to be rallying around him. I'm going to be rooting for him. I'm going to be, you know, hopefully seeing him succeed as a Jets rookie. But I can tell you right now, Jets fans are pretty much in shell shock right now, because we're still getting over the fact that Rodgers is gone. That idea completely failed, and now we're back to square one, getting a new head coach, which we got, brand new GM, which we got, and now we're looking for a brand new quarterback. It feels like we're in square one all over again. So let's hope that the Jets can hit a home run at the quarterback spot this offseason, and hopefully they hit their home run already with Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji. So you guys let me know in the comments where you stand on Shedeur Sanders as a prospect and him going to the Jets at pick number 7. And Mel Kiper Jr.'s mock draft. You guys let me know. Hit the like button as always, and let's go Jets. Let's go Jets. See you guys later. Peace out.